Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Amazing Individuals. We were going to have a Special Olympian from Ohio, Tara Williams, on today, but it's my unfortunately she has to work late. So tonight we're going to. Unfortunately, she has to work late. And so Kurt and I are just gonna be talking about people with intellectual disabilities and how they can live and have a successful relationship. So welcome to our show. And Kurt, how many years have we been married?
12, 12 years.
Okay. And can you give any tips to people on why we've lasted so long
Just be honest,
Mhm.
tell the truth, and
and compromise?
compromise, right?
And what everything's what 50-50, right?
hmm
And what do you like the most about having a relationship?
Get to um, uh, not having to, um, buy for yourself. You can everything that everything that you buy for each other. It's not just yourself. It's because you're not single anymore. You're together, and that's what works.
And what we did was when we first started going out, we didn't even tell anybody. I didn't even tell, my parents, and you didn't tell your family, right?
Nope.
For 2.5 months actually, because we wanted to make sure, it was right.
hmm
But we are here to tell you that, even though you have like an intellectual disability or even any kind of disability whatsoever, that doesn't have to stop you from finding true love or having a romance or even getting married. Correct?
You're right.
Yeah. So you shouldn't let that anything stop you from, being happy and um, finding love,
hmm
and maybe telling people what. Wait, not having people get in your.
Not get no, not no, getting people into your business and just work it out. I mean, just like um,
Talking over.
talk it over, and just between the two people, and not don't let anybody get into their business.
And also, both of us have a really good, great relationship with our both sets of our in-laws. Before Kirk's mom passed away, I had a really great relationship with her, and
hmm
I had really a great relationship with both of my sister-in-laws. And you have a great relationship with
my father-in-law
Anne, mom too.
and mom too.
And actually, it's to the point what that when you and like Kurt and my dad enjoy working on projects together. And what do you do when?
We work together as a team, and I learn different things that I haven't um, learned before.
What are some of the projects you've worked on with them?
Uh, Doing the kitchen, which is a really big was a really big job, but um, and uh, let's see,
So when you redid the kitchen, what was your favorite part of doing that job?
uh, I take it on the wall.
Okay. And then you guys also did what you our closet.
Yep.
And what do you like best? Like just hanging out with them and learning from them,
hmm
right?
hmm
So Oh,
Learning Turkish. That's a hard that's I learned a little bit, but I'm still learning a lot more.
yeah. And then don't you guys have a favorite restaurant?
Yeah, we have a favorite restaurant. It's called
Can you?
Dungios.
And what is it like to compete in Special Olympics with your wife?
Just be happy and have fun.
But
And
do you enjoy it better that I'm there, or
not both.
yeah? Mm. And it makes for not a what a funner time. I'm sorry, but it just to have us both active and to be there, we actually I like the fact that we can watch out for each other and tell each other to slow down if we have to, or
Hmm.
to say good job or encourage
Yeah,
people.
and you always walk away whether, like I said before, whether you win or lose, you never lose. You know, I see that as that's what brought me back through the year. So just just be yourself, and if you don't win, that's okay. You enjoy doing it.
Mhm. And one of the things I found that I like about having, being married to this great guy,
Hmm.
and also, just I think it's the camaraderie. I think just spending time, having somebody to spend time with or to talk to. I mean, when I was single, I really didn't. I mean, I had my friends, but it's not the same. And then when he was working, um, I kind of, had to find them. But it was nice, even when I was working too, it was nice to come home and know that, instead of cooking for one person, you cook for two, and then you'd have somebody to tell you what to talk to about how your day was.
Hmm.
And I think you like that too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like before where it was where 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 you where you actually like uh like all in the family, when they ask you how your day was, and this is real life. And you know and just I'm glad that I'm moved on, and I'm not working anymore, and it's just I do things day by day. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, and I don't know what I'm doing the next day, but I really enjoy it, and I find stuff to do, and I'm doing things and going through my things, which I'm doing now, and giving up a lot of things that I don't miss anymore.
And also, what I like is that, if it wasn't for him, actually, I probably wouldn't be around here right now. He saved my life, what, twice?
Hmm.
Maybe. How did you do that?
When we were downtown at the forget what
Navy Pier?
Navy Pier, and you said that
Hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead. That I would. That I didn't feel good.
that you said that you didn't feel good, and it's like, well, see, you want to go home, and I said, no, you're not going home. We're going to go to the hospital and have you checked. And when we went to the hospital, the one of the nurses said if you didn't bring her in, you wouldn't be here today. So I did my thing. I mean, it's one of the things I did, before we got married. It's like you have to take care of each other. So
And it was nice because at our wedding, you could tell that that was one of Kurt's moms or my mother-in-law's. She really had a good time, and I think she also saw it as he saw that she was happy, he was happy, and right,
then
and
that's what counts, being happy,
mhm.
as long as she's happy, then I'm happy, and both of our families are happy. So it works out really well. And it's also a lot, with the stuff I've had over the years. I've given up a whole lot of stuff, and I have a few more things I've got to go through and finish up the basement, but I'm getting it done. So it's not like I don't have to sit around all day and every day and not do anything.
Mhm. And it helped to have, like, when your mom had passed away, it helped that you had that relationship with that great relationship you had with my parents,
Mhm.
because then, you know,
She took over the reins when my mom passed away, so I don't feel so bad.
and you actually asked her, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
before this all happened, and she took over. Now she's not just a mother-in-law; she's my mom now. So, and same thing with um, her dad, because my stepdad passed away. So it works out both ways. So I have a mom and dad still.
And that's the best thing advice. Some of the best advice that we can give to people with relationships is to have like an open communication and just to try to get along with everybody. You don't have to agree with everything that person does, and you'll have your arguments, but as long as you're honest and open about it, I think
Hmm.
you can survive anything, right?
Yep.
So, and then I mean,
The important thing is you do things day by day. You don't do things week by week, and then not unless you have sort of like what I had today. I had PT today, or I had therapy today, and then I have PT in another couple of days. But just because I'm getting over
with injury.
an injury, so but it's getting better. So
And that's what's nice in a relationship too, is that everybody has their strengths, and weaknesses. So maybe what one strength of yours is another weakness of that person, and one weakness of that of your significant other might be a strength for, like, I like what he's taught me the most is I always had a hard time telling no to people. I've
mhm.
always wanted to agree, but thanks to Kurt, being on me, and not even on me, but giving me
Yeah,
what advice and stuff, and
the rat
I
advice,
yeah,
Matt.
I've ended up what turning around and trying to not be so agreeable all the time.
Yeah, she's starting to say no, and that's really helping out. And it's like sort of like when we go out to eat, and there's other people with her when I'm not there. When the bill comes, they end up she ends up saying they end up saying that can you pay the bill? And it's like whatever you order, you have to pay for. And I want to see the money up front before we order. If you don't have the money, just say so, but don't do it at the last minute because those days are all over. So that's just that's just the way it is.
And he, like I said, he's really what helped me with that.
Mhm.
So and now, and like he said, he went to his appointment today, but it's helpful that he knows but he knows I'm good at putting, one of my strengths is putting all of our appointments not just on our phone's calendar, but I also write them out because I know that's better for him.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things I've learned, and about you know and like I said, just be honest and open. That's all you have to do.
That's it.
I might, it might be, that might be something that you have a hard time with at first, but it'll get easier, in time.
And I think sometimes if you have something like that, just write it out on a paper or on a computer, and then it's better that way because that way it's you don't have to think about it. It works out better that way. I mean, it worked for me.
Yeah, because
So
when we were going out before
yeah,
we got married, it was
well,
you had,
I
you
wrote
wrote,
letters and
yeah, you wrote letters, and we kept them, right?
still have them.
Yeah. And then and then you were nervous to meet, what, mom and dad at first, or my dad more.
Yeah, because he's Turkish, and it's like
Well, not just that, but
I
it's just
know.
it's what how, guys, how it is when when you meet the person's father for the first time. So you were
Hmm.
really nervous, right?
Hmm.
But then then he put you at ease.
Yep.
So, and now you become like really good buddies, right?
Well, it's just not. It's not just that. It's more of a you know they become like son instead of you know how do you call it?
instead of son-in-law.
Son-in-law. I'm not a son-in-law, I'm a son to them. But but it works out because
Well, what else did they call you when at the wedding when they said that you're the one in the family?
uh
The doctor.
well, I'm the doctor too, because I take care of her. And
And
I'm not saying it's a 24-hour job, but sometimes it is, sometimes you gotta deal with the sickness
so
I
and
don't have dinner yet, I'm just,
no, it's fine. But it's fine. Actually, what helps with our relationships, actually, sure, what helps with our relationships for a second is we have good friends like our neighbor here, Sherry. And and it helps to bounce things off of her. And like she didn't know at the time that we had, what an intellectual disability or what our needs were, but then you learned and
I asked and I learned and I'm open. And I'm grateful for my friendship with both of you.
and she's also, I consider her another another mother figure for me because I just don't help her and she helps us because it's better that way because it works out because everything works together. Don't, always help your friends and family, if they need help. Don't never say that you're not too busy or I'm too tired. You know, just get out there and get up there and just and give the help because sometimes they may need it.
right. And go ahead,
And
Sherry.
to let people know you too, because Kurt and Lisa are friends equal to any other friends, intellectual disability or not. We have all sorts of conversations and I don't put them in a different category than I put any of my other friends, in no way. And so by you being open to them, and also you two and others in your community being open to other people, it opens your life up.
I definitely agree. I
So do
think,
I,
yeah.
absolutely.
So, and I mean, if you think people are treating you a different way because you have an intellectual disability, don't let that get to you. Just maybe ask them. I said, do you have a question that maybe I can tell you about, or
Right.
or something, or can I talk to you about, a certain problem or something like that, right?
And
So,
always remember to always tell the truth because if you don't tell the truth, you're going to put yourself in a spot. And I was in that spot for a, um, a bunch of years with my sister, and now I came clean, and I feel real good about it. And I don't talk too much on the phone, but I do a lot better when I'm texting, and we talked about it, and that's me opening more with my older sister, and I like that.
well, thank you guys so much for
Thank you.
joining us today. Sorry that it was on the fly, but hopefully we'll be able to reschedule for with the guest that we were supposed to have today. And before we end, remember to get your vaccines when the time comes. Like we always say, you're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for the world. And so stay healthy.
Yep.
And stay.
And stay safe.
And just remember that people with intellectual disabilities are like everybody else.
Absolutely.
They can do whatever they want to do, even if they just have some support. Thank you very much.